Hey guys, welcome back to library. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020, and I will see you for library again on Tuesday next week and Thursday next week. So that's just a little overview of the schedule. I hope that your week has been awesome. We are getting to the end of the school year, which is very exciting. I know I'm kind of burnt out from the online teaching, and I'm sure you guys are burnt out from online learning. So we'll be excited to have a break here soon. Today we're going to be talking about genre, and I'm sure that's a word that you've heard before. Genre is the type of story that a book is. So, for example, there's like historical fiction, which would be books about history. There's fantasy books like Harry Potter, science fiction, things like Star Wars. So there are many different types of genres, and I'm sure you can name some yourself. But today I wanted to show you a brain pop video about genre, and then I have a couple of activities for you to do that I hope you will enjoy. So I'm going to play the video first, and I'm going to step out just so you don't have to have my little face down here in the corner while you're watching the video. So here we go.
There are two kinds of people, my friend.
Why do you live? The common desert vole. For centuries, scientists have exploited them. This Sunday, the revolution will be televised.
We've bred these voles for maximum aggression.
Outstanding. What's your name, son? Ah, you'll make a fine little soldier.
This facility is sitting on a magma chamber the size of Rhode Island.
I didn't get to be a six-star general by listening to nerds.
Everybody run!
Volcano. It's gonna blow.
This is going to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. Dear Tim and Moby, I'm supposed to pick a summer reading list in my favorite genre, but I don't even know what that is. Can you help? From Emma. Hi, Emma. Before putting down a single word, writers have to make all kinds of choices. Should they write poetry or prose? Fiction or nonfiction? Should it be a novel, a play, a short story? Maybe it should be a script for a TV movie. These are just some of the different forms or modes that a piece of writing can take. Once that's decided, writers still need to pick a genre. That's sort of like the style they'll use to tell the story. Well, let's say you wanted to write a story about courage. It might be about a girl who protects her town from a marauding giant. That would be in the fairy tale genre. Or you might tell the story of a detective who overcomes his fear of the dark to figure out who done it. In other words, a mystery. Genres are flexible. They can work across different modes. Either of these could be a short story, a graphic novel, a play, you name it. You can tell a story's genre by the conventions it follows. These are similarities in tone, style, or subject matter. Sort of like the rules for that kind of story. If you've read a few mysteries, or even watched some mystery shows, you know that the main character has to be a detective. Or at least someone who's trying to solve a crime. The detective will interview suspects and investigate clues. There's often a red herring, something that throws the hero and readers off the right path. It could be a suspicious character or a clue that seems to solve everything. Throughout the story, a sense of suspense keeps you turning the pages. And finally, the detective solves the crime using evidence that was available to the reader. As you read more of one genre, you start to pick up on its conventions. You'll anticipate plot twists and appreciate how authors play with the rules in unexpected ways. Well, like by mixing up the elements from different genres. Take Harry Potter. It's set in a world of magic and wizards, putting it in the fantasy genre. But it's also a coming-of-age story, tracking Harry's growth from a helpless kid to a confident young adult. J.K. Rowling blended elements from these genres in a unique way. Her creation was so successful, the coming-of-age fantasy novel is now practically its own subgenre. That's a more specific form of genre with its own particular conventions. For instance, satire is a subgenre of comedy that explores a problem with society. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a good example. It satirizes how tough it can be to fit in at school. It's a painful subject in real life, but that's one of the conventions of satires. They touch on raw emotions, creating an effect that's funny and dark at the same time. Well, the point isn't to memorize all the conventions of every subgenre. Follow your own taste, and learn as much as you can about your favorite genres. You can explore realistic fiction if you like to read realistic stories. If you want to read about other galaxies or future technology, science fiction will be more your speed. As you explore, you'll see how authors use genre conventions to get across a story's main message or theme. Oh, this? Well, it's got giant man-eating rodents in it, so I'd say it's science fiction. And as silly as it is, it seems to be about the dangers of trying to control nature. That's a common theme in many different genres. Mary Shelley explored it in Frankenstein, about a brilliant doctor who thinks he can control life itself. Shelley uses the horror convention of a murderous monster to highlight the failure of the doctor's ideas. Ernest Hemingway took on a similar theme in his realistic adventure story, The Old Man and the Sea. Here, the struggle against nature is represented by an epic battle between a fisherman and some hungry sharks. See? 3 genres, 3 unique approaches to the same idea. The brain pop movie genre? What do you mean? This isn't fiction, it's real.
A boy and his robot. For years, they've explained the mysteries of life.
Real, I tell you.
But the biggest mystery of all is right in front of them.
Okay, so now that we watched the video, the next thing I'd like for you to do is to take a quiz. And this is this website called Quizzes that you may have seen me post about a few weeks ago. I don't think you need an account to play the quiz, but I did invite you to create an account if you want to go back and find that email. So it is 13 questions, and if you want it to read aloud to you, you can click read aloud, but it will be timed. Sorry. So there's just 4 choices for each question, and up here it keeps track of the streak, how many you've gotten right in a row. You can get points and coins and stuff like that. So make sure you play that for a little bit of review. And then after you finish that, I have created a genre worksheet for you guys. And there's a spot up here to put your name. What I like to do is zoom in. Don't click the actual magnifying glass. Click this little arrow and click zoom in, and then it will make it a little bit easier to see. So you can type your name here. And then it says move the genre under its matching description, move the picture to that matching genre. So I have 8 genres here, or 8 descriptions for you, and 8 genres and 8 little pictures. So if the first one says a story based on events that happened in the past, look at my choices. I know the past has to do with history, so I'll drag historical fiction. You just drag it up to the box. Easy peasy. And then see if you can find the picture that goes with it. So I think history might be like a knight, because knights are like from medieval times, which is back in history, so I'll put that one there. So I did the first one for you guys. You will do the next 7 on your own, and then once you're finished, make sure you turn it in on Google Classroom so I can see your hard work. If you finish all those things, then you can do the choice board, and I have updated it. There's some new choices. An origami ladybug, writing a letter. There's a new escape room to try called Animal Adventure, and then Dave Pilkey, who's a famous writer, author, illustrator who created Dogman. He has some drawing tutorials. And then these ones are the same as last time. So those are always an option. If you have questions or you just want to say hello, you can join Zoom. And here's the password. If you want to just say hi, please do your other work first, and then you can come in and say hi. Okay? If you have a question, I'll be there from 1:30 to 2. All right, guys, this is a longer video today, so thanks for sticking with me to the end. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.